Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 16 of an Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road walkthrough. For the previous two episodes and a little bit of the one before that, we've been working on this scribing quest called the Wing of the Dragon. It says I picked up the Fable of the Dragon as my next step to restoring the Scholarium. I'll need to uncover its secrets to open the dragon door, meet the luminary within, and amplify the power of the scribing altar, which I've already done. I spoke with Nalia and the crow. Nalia seems to recall a hidden detail in the Misby fable, and the crow suggested I follow in Ulfsild's footsteps to discover how she overcame this trial. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a riddle that the dragon luminary will not be able to solve. And the Dragon Luminary is really smart, so creating such a riddle will be very difficult. But I'm hoping that when we find Ulfsild's notes, it will help us to create that riddle. Okay, well, the notes are not...
Take it in. An opportunity for learning.
Well, it's not there. Okay. Oh, hello.
Interrupting scholarship.
Hello and goodbye. What is this? Greatsword, battle axe. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, I need to keep going this way and not get too distracted by all the loot.
Fight, do they?
Why is my ability not working? One of my abilities wouldn't work there.
How did you get past the others? Die!
Yeah, this fifth skill here, this one, magical soul, just will not work for some reason. To you too. Oh, there, it works that time.
What can an Arcanist do?
That wasn't nice. All I did was kill your friend. What's the big deal? Alright, almost there. Right, what am I doing? Is there another ward? There's this thing. Ulfsild's Notes, the impossible riddle. If a riddle has multiple possible answers, then it has a greater chance of being solved. And when you're up against a master of riddles, the fewer possible answers you can give her, the better your chances are of stumping her. What is the thing that in order to have, you must give it up? There is one answer. The answer to an impossible riddle. An elegant solution for Misby, but it only works once. I couldn't give the dragon a riddle with no answer, or one that I don't know the answer to. But what about a paradox? If I scribed a grimoire that could create every possible grimoire, would it also create itself? That was my riddle. I gave her time to answer. Whatever answer she gave, I was able to argue against it. Our conversation ran in circles, and at last, happily sated, she conceded. My magic was forever altered, but I was already thinking ahead. I was thinking of you. When I said my farewell to the Scholarium, I told the dragon about you. This was for your benefit, I promise. I told her 3 things. I said that you would have a mind worthy of her riddles. I said you would bring her what she asked for, a new, impossible riddle. And I said, very carefully, that you would never claim to be my inheritor. Hopefully you see where this is headed. I have faith that you do. And if you don't, never be afraid to ask for help. I've learned that we need not all struggle alone in pursuit of something as simple and joyous as a good riddle.
There you
All right.
are. Those are her notes. Let's get back to the Scholarium and we can go over everything we found.
Okay, let's do it. Alright, are we going to finally be done with this incredibly long quest? It's been over 2 hours.
That was certainly an adventure, wasn't it? A jaunt through ancient ruins to craft an unsolvable riddle. Not what I expected when I woke up this morning, but exactly what I needed. What was in her last notes? Anything that will help?
Here's everything I found.
Let's see. Ulfsild made a riddle that started a fight among the luminaries. Then she took cues from the Misby fable and tried to craft an impossible paradox. A paradox? Wait, could it be that simple?
Could what be that simple?
Ulfsild says here she told the dragon how to recognize her inheritor, but she told you not to say yes when the dragon asked. That's it! Ulfsild set this up for you all those years ago. Your riddle is, am I Ulfsild's inheritor?
The dragon said I needed to understand her mind. You don't think she'll be able to work that out?
But that's just it. This riddle is perfect for her mind. She loves puzzles, twisting things around in her head. What's twistier than a paradox? That's it, I think. Go ask the dragon if you're Ulfsild's inheritor and complete that trial.
All right, thank you, Nalia.
This is what Ulfsild's notes were pointing to. I know it. After everything we've learned about her, I don't think she would have sent you on this tome chase for nothing. I know this is what she wanted you to do. But, just in case, good luck.
Can you explain this riddle to me again?
Keep in mind, this is just what I think happened, all right? Ulfsild knew her days in the Scholarium were limited, so she left behind all these echoes, notes, and fables you found along the way.
Right.
That worked for the other luminaries, who would test you on their own terms. But, by her own admission, Ulfsild struggled with the dragon's trial. She wanted to make sure whoever followed in her footsteps didn't have the same problem.
So she spoke to the dragon before she lost the Scholarium.
Right. Ulfsild told the dragon signs to watch out for, so she would know for certain you were Ulfsild's inheritor. Then she left behind instructions for you, or someone like you, so you could make sure the dragon wouldn't know where you stood.
And that's the paradox?
Exactly. If the dragon says you're Ulfsild's inheritor, she answered your riddle. But you never claimed to be, which, from what Ulfsild told the dragon, means you are. It's a loop the dragon could run forever, the kind of puzzle she loves.
Thanks for explaining it to me, Nalia. Alright, let's see. I mean, I feel like it doesn't really have an answer. It's not really a correct riddle if it doesn't have an answer,
You
right?
return. Carrying a riddle for me, I hope. I have been sitting here mulling what morsel you might lay at my feet, mortal. I honestly hope I am not disappointed. Out with it. What is your riddle?
Ulfsild told you how to recognize her inheritor. So my riddle is, am I Ulfsild's inheritor?
How do you know what Ulfsild told me? Unless you are her inheritor. You never claimed to be. Which, from what the Archmage said, would suggest you are. If you are, then I've definitively answered your riddle.
So am I or am I not?
Now, if the question has an answer, you haven't brought me an unsolvable riddle. But then that would mean you aren't her inheritor. And then how would you know what Ulfsild told me? And we're right back where we started. Clever. Very clever.
Clever. Does that mean you accept my riddle?
I do. You have a mind for riddles. And even from all those years ago, it's clear Ulfsild wanted you to have my support. I find you worthy of my power. Take my sigil to the altar, inheritor. Or pretender. Whichever you are.
Alright, thank you, dragon.
Your wisdom and wit have proven your worth. Accept the power of the dragon, mortal.
I will
and
gladly...
may you prove clever enough in its use.
I will gladly accept it. Sigil of the Dragon. A sigil representing the dragon's commitment to the Scholarium and the altar. Alright, now I wonder what power this is going to give us. Oh, wrong way. Alright, let's do this.
And with that, the power of the dragon has been restored to the altar.
So I guess when we finish all of the quests, all of these will be completed. Like, they each have a fountain running from them, but this one is not running, and neither is this one. So we've got 2 more wings to go through. Alright, now, what did that do? Oh, I gotta talk to Votary Nalia now.
Did you pass the trial? That look on your face! The riddle did the trick! Congratulations! You can never be certain things will turn out in your favor where dragons are concerned. Even if she's not a traditional dragon.
The riddle did the trick. Thanks for all your help, Nalia.
Hey now, this was a team effort. And of course, Ulfsild herself set the stage for our success all those years ago. My usual day is filled with protection, patrols, and portals. This was a nice break from the usual.
Another wing taken care of.
Incredible. With the dragon's power amplifying the altar, Who knows what secrets you'll uncover out there in the world? We pulled together, solved her puzzles, and followed fully in Ulfsild's footsteps. Not bad for a night's work.
Okay, so we're going to get Trap Beast Dawnlight Orange. So I don't know what this is going to do. And then we got some ink, and we got Sigil of the Luminary Dragon. Make signature scripts obtainable from daily World Boss rewards, the daily Cyrodiil reward, and daily Fighters Guild quest rewards, as well as vendors at the Scholarium and Infinite Archive. Unlock subsidized scripts at Mages Guilds across Tamriel. Great. Alright, so I don't know if we're going to get any... Are we going to get any new scripts immediately? This says appearance has something new? No. Oh, skill styles. Trap Beast Dawnlight Orange. I don't have Trap Beast, though. That is a Fighters Guild skill. So I would need to... Well, I could do it right now. Sure, why not? It doesn't look different now. Huh. I wonder if it's going to be different when I use it. Alright, so we should have two more wings. We got the Fetch, and we've got the Griffin. But we'll do those later. This was an extremely tedious quest, really. And I just want to get back to doing the main story, the zone story. What is this? An armory? A training room. Okay, I'm not going to deal with it. I guess that's a target dummy? No, not going to deal with that. Alright, we'll head back to Skingrad now. Alright, so the first thing I want to do... What is this guy doing?
You forget to place one little glyph on one little sword, and all of a sudden everyone's pointing fingers at you. What were they doing that was so important? Training? I was on a very good part of my book.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do is look at my
Keep your eyes
log.
open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.
Okay, so we're doing Relics of the Three Princes. This is quest number 3 out of 5 in the Zone storyline. So it says, Recollection forces search Alien ruins while their Daedric allies continue to harry Westweald forces. Meanwhile, Ethelia remains hidden. I agreed to help Baragon learn more about our enemy's true plans. Baragon told me Laramil the Wise requested my help at a place called the Outcast Inn. I should investigate and then return to Skingrad to check in with Baragon.
Oh.
Alright, looks like I'm kind of going the wrong way. Wait, no. Where is the quest? Over there. Okay, so I'll just teleport over here and then go northwest. No big deal. I'm only a little bit off course. Okay. I need to go this way. Yeah, I'm headed in the right direction now. Oh, I see. There is a cosmetic effect. Trap beast. It does this big orange cone above the target area.
Come, Proxy. Things here are more dire than I suspected. I am glad you are here, Proxy. Threads of fate tangle around the Outcast Inn in an ever-expanding knot, fraying the bonds of cause and effect with each bend and twist. Should they snap, the results would be catastrophic.
What's causing these tangles, Laramil?
I cannot discern its origin. Hermaeus Mora gifted me an ability to perceive the threads of fate. This tangle painfully overwhelms that very gift whenever I try to approach the inn. Someone without such sight must act as my agent, namely you.
What do you want me to do?
Pass through this tangle and enter the inn. Find the source of this disturbance. Stop it however you can. I cannot assist you in this. You shall stand alone against a force that tangles fate and unravels reality.
I'm ready.
Succeed and you shall be rewarded.
I'll enter the inn and find the source of this disturbance.
If we allow the tangle in fate to persist, our localized reality could collapse. In short, we would all cease to exist. Enter the inn while I research this phenomenon. And hurry, Proxy. Even at this distance, the disturbance causes me great pain.
What drew you here, Laramil?
I sensed the disturbance as I conducted my own investigations. When I heard you had also seen a memory of Athelia associated with this place, I knew we had to learn more. Unfortunately, my ability to sense the disturbance also holds me at bay.
What can you tell me about this inn?
As I understand it, the Outcast Inn was an unremarkable establishment prior to this. In Skingrad, I learned that a new owner purchased it recently and had started to make repairs. I know little else. Perhaps anyone you find inside can tell you more.
Tell me more about the threat you perceive here.
Cause and effect shape our entire reality. Even Magica has a known source. Mundus exists as a cascading series of actions and outcomes, though sometimes we cannot perceive either. The event within this tangle of fates decouples the two.
What does that mean?
Imagine swinging a blade, but it refuses to slice through the air. Or a guar suddenly appearing overhead and falling on a person. Or worse, a town erupting into flames without a single spark being struck. Life would become untenable.
Alright, well let's stop it. That doesn't...
Go where I cannot, Proxy. Untangle this knot of fate.
I don't want life to become untenable. That would not be good. Okay, I've crossed the barrier. Now I just need to go in the inn. Gotcha.
Another apparition? Oh, you're real. Please, come in. What can I get you?
Okay, these guys need to call Ghostbusters, I guess.
Whoa, Brynmere seems upset. Why? Do those odd wandering people bother him? Just leave them alone. Maybe they want a drink, huh? Has he tried that?
They don't have mouths or stomachs. I don't think a drink is going to help them, but I like this guy's attitude. There's some ghosts. Leave him alone. Innkeeper Brynmere.
Yes, please come in. Stay for a while. Just pay no mind to the crack in the sky outside or those shadows. Ignore them and have a drink. All right, I can't ignore them either. It all started when the woman at the table by the fire came in.
I think I know her. Her name is Athelia.
I don't know her from a skeever's ass, and I don't care what her name is. But she's absolutely the cause of my problems. Right after she arrived, the sky changed, and those shadows started roaming my inn. Then she sat by the fire without a word.
She hasn't made any requests?
Not a one. But a good innkeep can guess what a customer needs, and she needs a drink. Something to wake her up. A Skyrim sunrise. I can't leave my patrons with these shadows, though. Could you go to the well and fetch some water? You'll drink free.
I'll go get water from the well for you.
The well's out back in the courtyard. Bring me a bucket of water, and I'll mix up a Skyrim sunrise. That should get her talking. Then I can ask her to move along and take this strangeness with her. She's scaring my customers.
Did you try asking her to leave?
All good innkeepers know when to leave someone alone and when to chat them up. If not for these shadows floating around, I'd let the woman have her privacy by the fire. Also, there's something about her that frightens me.
Why do you call them shadows?
Can't think of a better word. They're not people, just sort of disturbingly people-shaped. I think they want to speak, but they don't make a sound. They arrived, and the sky cracked exactly when the woman by the fire stepped through the door.
Can you tell me about the cracked sky?
I didn't see the crack at first. The light through the window went dark, which was eerie enough. When I poked my head out to look at the sky, there it was. It might be my imagination, but every time I look up, I swear those cracks get bigger.
Tell me about the Outcast Inn.
Bought the place almost a year ago. It's old Colovian. Late First Era, I'm told. The seller claimed Riemann III slept here, but I don't see how she'd know that. I had big dreams for this place. Don't know if they'll work out now.
What sorts of dreams?
I wanted to turn this establishment into a high-end place known for its most unusual drinks. All for a reasonable cost for the common traveler. I concoct my own recipes from scratch, you know. Everyone deserves a drink made with skill and care.
Why is it called the Outcast Inn?
Almost every innkeep apprenticeship I ever had kicked me out. They said my drink ideas were too complicated. Really hurt at the time. When I could afford to buy my own place, I named it after how I felt back then. Showed them, didn't I?
Seems like you did. Did you always want to be an innkeep?
Always. Making drinks is like alchemy. And I like taking care of strangers. I finally found someone who believed in me, Millie. She suggested I buy this place and provided some of the funds. I need to keep this place open. Honor her belief in me.
I will do my best to deal with the shadows. Okay, so she's supposedly sitting by the fire. But, I do not see fire.
Can I see them? Yes. Did I notice the sky as I walked in? Yes. Am I concerned that something horrible could happen here? Yes. Do I want to talk to you about it? No.
Just keep drinking and you'll feel better. So I can't get the food, but I can get the drinks. Okay. So there she is. There's Athelia, the Daedric Prince. She's just sitting there in front of the fire. Xander, get out of her way.
I don't understand what's happening. All of it occurring simultaneously, it won't stop.
What do you mean? What won't stop?
You aren't here. This place isn't here. I'm not really here. Go away.
Okay, so supposedly if Athelia came back, she was going to cause all of reality to be destroyed. I sometimes wonder if we were lied to, if Hermaeus Mora lied to me, but that little comment right there has me worried that maybe Hermaeus Mora was telling the truth. So what can I do now? Go talk to Laramel? No, that's not working. Let's see what's over here. Maybe I need to go out and around. No, that didn't work either. It's inside of the wall here. So maybe I can go around. No. So what do I do? How do I get over there? Is there an upstairs to the Outcast Inn? Yes, there is an upstairs. So I'll just go upstairs. See if I can find anything there. Okay, that door's locked. That door's locked. The quest marker is telling me to leave the inn. But if I leave the inn, there's no way to progress. Ooh. I got a purple blueprint. Yeah, I do not know what to do next. Maybe I'll just sit here and chill out. Nah. Okay, she's trying to get through that door.
I am familiar.
Can't talk to her. She just keeps beating on those doors, trying to get through them. It just keeps telling me to go outside. And then when I get out here, there's no quest marker. Yeah, I totally do not understand what to do. It just says investigate the Outcast Inn. I'm just going to go all the way around the inn and see if there's some other entrance that will allow me to get in. No luck so far. Wait, this looks like another area.
A prosperous discovery.
Okay. I think I'm making progress now. What's this? Outcast Inn outbuilding. Alright, I'm gonna wait. I'll probably be told to go in there in a minute. Once I get further.
How invigorating.
Bucket of well water. A full bucket of cold water requested by the owner of the Outcast Inn. My buff food just wore off. Fadus Truant.
How does Brynmere expect me to get work done with these odd happenings going on? I can't clean now. I'm just too scared. Yeah, that's it. Too scared to do my work. That's a good excuse, right?
No.
Mortal, help me. Please. I don't know if you can understand me. My mind is a storm of images and voices and memories. I can see every reality all at once. The many paths. But my grip on this realm keeps slipping. But you... I see that you are real.
We spoke at Ellenglen. What brought you here?
We did, didn't we? Then you know my name is Ethelia. I am what mortals call, a Daedric prince. These echoes. I summoned them by accident. I am losing control. The inn. It drew me here. Called to me. I need something it can provide.
You mentioned the many paths. What are those?
Possibilities. Probabilities, places where fate takes a different course. Some lead to here, others to there. And a few they lead to... elsewhere. But this place, it has something I need.
What do you need?
A phrase emerges from the storm. Sage's dream. Yes, that's it. A drink, I think. It tastes of belonging. Cohesion. The innkeeper, ask him to make this drink for me. Quickly, before the storm takes me again.
I'll ask the innkeeper to make a sage's dream for you.
I remember so little about myself. Why is that? Did someone... Yes. Mora, he did this. But Sage's dream... I know it can help me even as the details slip away. Please, ask the innkeeper. I feel certain he knows something.
Tell me what you do remember.
I am Ethelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, the mistress of the untraveled road. I am... confused. Sometimes an event surges into memory. Fear, anger, and resignation erupt all at once. And then I lose my grasp and forget again.
You said the inn drew you to it?
Remembering is a struggle. I cannot extract details from the chaos of converging realities. There is darkness. Then I saw a light in the distance. The light became this inn. It summoned me, but the reason was unclear. Until I recalled Sage's dream.
These echoes, can you tell me about them?
echoes from other realities. My power drew them here, trapped them between this path and their own. They are confused, suffering. Until I gain control of myself, I cannot set them free.
Anything else I should know about the many paths?
I wish to know more myself, but the storm fills my mind. The knowledge of the many paths comes to me in bursts as intuitions. They are possibilities not yet realized, realities close and distant. If I can calm my mind, maybe I'll understand.
Okay, I will try to calm your mind.
Well, at least she's finally talking. That's better than I ever managed. I hope you told her to get out of here. My remaining customers are starting to talk about settling their bill and finding someplace less strange.
She mentioned a drink called Sage's Dreams. Or Sage's Dream. She wants you to make it for her.
I knew she wanted a drink. But Sage's Dream? Never heard of it. And I've memorized every recipe in every edition of the Innkeeper's Helper. Wait, I just remembered. We might be in luck yet.
What did you remember?
The previous owner left junk all over the courtyard. I've been sorting through it and noticed a book on obscure and ancient drinks. Maybe it contains a recipe for Sage's Dream. Go back there and find that book.
It's worth a try. I'll search the inn's courtyard for the book on obscure drinks.
Gilredal's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. That's the book's name. Search around the courtyard behind the inn. Also, try the outbuilding in the far back. I found junk in there, too. Bring me the book, and we'll see if it has the recipe we need.
Any idea why this drink is so important to her?
Not a clue. Innkeepers get plenty of requests they don't understand. Our job isn't to ask questions. We're here to listen and help customers relax and forget their problems. Though, maybe that's different for this patron.
How do you mean different?
Strong drink fogs the mind, right? Makes some pains less sharp. But doesn't her mind seem clouded already? Maybe even stormy?
It does.
I think she wants a drink that will provide her with some clarity.
Well, let's see if this will work. Okay, I need to go back in because I think the mistake I made last time is that you can go out a back door. Instead of going all the way around like I did, you can go out this back door here. And there's a whole other area. Old Monk's Diary. I thought operating a tavern...
Scholarship. I can smell it from here.
I thought operating a tavern would make my life simpler, not filled with angry and drunk customers, vendors who cheat me, tax agents, and so on. Perhaps I should have performed more thorough research instead of jumping in with both feet. Another lesson from Akatosh for this old monk. Today, an older woman entered the tavern wearing quite a stunning red hat. Well, as an older man myself, I certainly took notice of her. Respectfully, of course. Even though I'm no longer a monk, my dedication to manners still holds. Plus, I was never lecherous, even in my younger days. Why am I justifying myself to my own diary? Anyway, I performed the normal tavern owner ritual and asked what I could get her. To my surprise, she requested strong whiskey. Typically, people of her class ask for more refined drinks, not something that could put a mule to sleep. I dutifully retrieved the bottle. Then, while pouring, I casually asked her name. I hope it was casual. She said her name was Leonora. Divines, what a beautiful name. I had dinner with Leonora again this evening, this time at her home. We discussed our lives and our hopes for what's left of them. I expressed that despite the surprising complexity, I enjoyed owning my tavern. I'd like to see more customers come through. maybe higher entertainment. We discussed this for some time when she suddenly had the idea of expanding into a full inn. I could add a second floor with beds and provide meals for those who stay. The idea struck a chord with me that I began planning it, struck such a chord with me that I began planning it almost immediately. Perhaps it reminded me of my time in the monastery taking care of my brothers, a task I enjoyed immensely. Yes, I think this is exactly what I shall do. Leonora moved in with me today. I'd previously slept on a small bed in a side room, plenty for me alone. But I surprised her with a brand new bed large enough for us both. We'll live out of the second largest room upstairs. I'll leave the largest for my biggest spenders. My life as a monk was good, fulfilling, interesting, and spiritual. But my life as an innkeep, I've never had it better. Open tabs 2E579. First seed, Kalm 2 gold, Eutropia drusus 1 gold, Jobar 3 gold, Mach Nasa 5 gold, Rain's Hand, Kalm 7 gold, Luic Refini 2 gold, Arnora Tullius 14 gold, Jobar requested immediate payment. Felon Salas 20 gold, second seed, Terror Room 2 gold, Stands with Grass 3 gold, Flannelin 5 gold, Jobar 11 gold, deceased. Find family, maybe collect debt from them. Okay, so that looks like the tab. What is this? Search for the recipe book, okay? I thought that's what I was doing. There's like little slugs walking around. Can't get these drinks? Really? It's not fair. Where's the recipe book? I mean, I like the loot, but I want the recipe book. There it is. Gilredale's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. Gilredale's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. Time Storm. History. Named after a historical event of dubious truth, the Time Storm claims to wipe the memory of any who drink it. The more a person consumes, the more time is lost, or so it is claimed. The recipe originated in elsewhere during the reign of Main Jininji Ri. Surviving descriptions reveal the flavor was as smooth as well-groomed fur that then blasts the moisture from your mouth like the desert sands. Recipe: ginseng, 3 shavings. Muddled dragon's tongue, brandy, 2 jiggers. Stewed cactus nettles, 1 handful. Sage's Dream. History. The name of this rare drink comes down to us from an ancient journal found within Iliad ruins. Experts of that long-gone culture speculate that servants kept these journals instead of more educated nobles. While surprising, this makes sense when one surveys the contents. Quickly scribbled dinner requests from lords, sketched dinner table layouts, and ideas for new beverages can all be found within their pages. The most notable recipe was for the drink named Sage's Dream by the author. The description only states, "For our Lord of Fate," through which Iliad king or queen that refers to has been lost to time. Unfortunately, the ingredients have long gone extinct from Tamriel, which makes reproducing the drink impossible. Substitutions can be made if one wishes a distant approximation. The journal describes the drink's taste as sharp on the tongue when it first enters the mouth, until it mellows into an intoxicating sweetness. Underneath the primary flavors rests a bitterness that rounds out the experience. Recipe: Tirum weed, 1 stalk. Fresh heart fruit juice, half a fruit, squeezed. Loot berries, 3. No more, no less. Blend under heat and pressure until tirum weed dissolves and color turns burgundy. One more recipe: Exploding Pony. This drink's name comes from the 2-tier effect it has after consuming it. At first, it evokes a gentle flavor, like brandelion tea, that lasts long enough to feel safe, and then a new flavor bursts onto the tongue. It arrives with such force that many people spit out the drink from shock. At least 3 people claim to have heard an audible pop. If the drink remains in the mouth, the new flavor tastes of raw honey, but with a licorice tint. Due to the dual action effect of the exploding pony, tavern owners advise to not swallow until after the change occurs. The explosion will still occur in the stomach, and while it's not dangerous, it can make some feel nauseous. Recipe: Lady Smock shredded. Nettle anise, half cup. Sylph gin, half cup. Crushed bloodroot stems, at least 6. Okay, so we've got to return to the innkeeper. I don't know how we're going to make this drink because the ingredients are extinct, but in the meantime, I'm going to end the video here, and in the next episode, we'll go back to the innkeeper and see what he recommends to fix this problem. Thanks for watching. See you next time.